Hey guys, this is TheEnder bringing you the winners match from Group B of the Sonic Allstars League. We saw previously that Movie defeated Quanro in his best of 3, and Mong defeated Killer in his best of 3. So here we are, the winners match, and they're playing against each other. So based on those first few matches, I was really impressed with Movie's play, and if I had to endorse a character, I should say player, going forward into this game, I would say Movie. He played really well, and he beat Quanro pretty convincingly, in my opinion. What is going on with my movie? So it appears the stream is lagging a little bit. Sorry. Alright, looks like we're working again. Okay, so first two matchups we had Zerg vs Terran and a Zerg vs Protoss, and the Terran and Protoss won, so PVT for this match, which, good that we get a good variety. So possible builds that each player can go. So Movie's already started with a gateway. It's on the high ground, so no proxy, no rush. He could still do some kind of a goon aggression. Mong, he's got his barracks on the high ground, which is slightly surprising. Usually they put it right by the front door so that it forms a wall off with the bunker, so that nothing can run by. Haven't seen too many games Protoss vs Terran recently, but the old style was to put the barracks at the top of the ramp like that, and then use either a supply depot or two supply depots to wall it in at the top of the ramp. And you would use that rather than the bunker to hold off the early Protoss aggression. But doing that makes it a lot harder to expand, so that hasn't been used very frequently recently. So the map is Fighting Spirit, very standard map, everyone loves it. It's considered to be pretty balanced. And it looks like there's a factory used as part of the wall-in at the top of the ramp for Mong here. So, Marine is scouting. He's not overly worried about the Protoss, primarily because the Zealot will never catch that Marine, and it'd take a little bit longer for a Dragoon to be out. So the Marine's pretty safe. Man, my stream is coming in crappy quality. See if I can reduce quality to make it lag less. I don't know. Might be working. Alright. So, Movie sent out his first Dragoon to scout, and of course if he runs into any SCVs, he can chase them down and prevent them from returning home. Marine is scouting. Looks like Mong is expecting some kind of a cheese from Movie. Otherwise I wouldn't expect him to be passing through the 6 o'clock base like that. So that's the second Dragoon moving out for Movie. He's scouting to the south, as his previous one scouted to the east and didn't see anything. Surprising number of Marines, and they're getting a slight surround on the Dragoon. But of course these are StarCraft 1 Marines, and so they really don't stand a chance versus a Dragoon. He's going to take some damage on them, possibly lose them, and the Dragoon's pretty much going to escape with only taking shield damage. So, a bit of an early loss there for Mong. Really nice probe block on the ramp, keeping the SCV from scouting the Protoss base. And Movie is following up with a 1-gate robo. 1-gate robo, that's really, really likely to be aggressive. Not sure if it's just going to be a shuttle to elevate some of his Dragoons into the Terran main, or if he's actually intending to get a Reaver. But either way, it's an aggressive opening. So currently Movie knows that there's mines there, so he's trying to do the little trick where you move your goons up just a very slight amount, then you move them back and hit hold position, and you really hope that they target the mine, because otherwise that mine is going to catch them. But if done properly, you can take out mines before they hit you, which is pretty hard with Dragoons, since they're kind of slow and stupid, and they don't have range right now. So it looks like Movie did have a little bit of an accident where he didn't move that probe that was on the ramp, and he got his Dragoon stuck in his base. So his reinforcements to the front there aren't going to be in any type of time, so he's just going to pull back. So he's got his expansion up, Mong's got his expansion up, and we're going to move more into the mid-game. So you see Movie put a pylon by the front of his natural. That's going to help slightly wall it in a little. And of course that slight wall in just means that there's less space for the Dragoons to block if there is a later attempt at a Vulture run by. Vultures are really annoying in this matchup. And it's not because of what the damage they can do to the Dragoons, due to damage types, because they don't do too much to Dragoons, only the shields. It's just they can two-shot the workers, which they can do to drones as well in Terran versus Zerg, but considering it looks like Mong is going, or Movie is going to go for some kind of aggression with that fast robo, he really needs to be able to block with like one Dragoon and keep the Vultures from killing all his probes while he's attacking. Now Mong, on the other hand, he's going for an early push, 3 tanks, and he's going to rally Vultures across the map. This is a really odd push timing, in my opinion, and I don't think it's going to go very well, especially considering Movie was planning on going for some aggression of his own with that Reaver. So it looks like Mong sees a Reaver. It's possible he's going to just go and retreat home right now, and that's probably the safer option. Because as you can see, Reavers one-shot Vultures, they one-shot Marines. With the splash, they're going to take out the tanks really fast, and they've got pretty decent range. So, yeah, looks like Mong's thinking about retreating. And in the meantime, Movie's just taking some pot shots on the army. Oh, got another Vulture. So behind this, it looks like Movie is going to take a third base. Looks like he decided that attacking wasn't his best option, considering that Mong also wanted to attack, and so he probably has a larger army than he would normally have. Can't tell, that shuttle might have speed. It looks like it does, it's moving pretty fast. So of course the speed upgrade is reasonably expensive, considering the early stage in the game. I believe it's 200. So Movie really should get some stuff done with it if he's going to invest all the money in that. Even if he did earlier pick off 3 or so Vultures for free with the Reaver. But he's just taken his third base. Third base is walled in on the right side, so Vultures can't run into there. You can just put a single Dragoon behind the pylon, and Vultures really can't come in. Movie did put a nice pylon at the 6 o'clock base, and that's going to be annoying when Mong tries to expand and there's a pylon blocking him. I mean, of course, since he's Terran, he can just build the command center off-site and float it once the pylon's been destroyed, but once again, it's still annoying. So we've got several observers out for a Movie. Looks like at least 3 of them, which is pretty nice. I mean, you really like to have that vision if you're going to be doing the harassment. You don't want to accidentally run into a turret or Goliath or whoop. Vultures into the third base for Movie. Only a single Dragoon to guard it. But it looks like most of the probes are evacuated, and with the goons coming around from the backside, those vultures are all trapped. But that being said, vultures are just so darn cheap, it's probably still worth it for Mong, provided they've used their mines. Really not sure what's up with this video. Why are we lagging so bad? Alright, so Vulture's trying to run into the main, Movie pulls his dragoons back and blocks it. Some mines laid at probably the 4th base for Movie, so he can't lay down his Nexus without clearing those first. Fair number of tanks sieged up across the bridge for Mong. Observer sees it pretty well, so it's not going to be a problem. So if you notice the forge positioning at Movie's 3rd base, so although normally the way the pylons are set up will automatically block the vultures from getting in, there are some tricks where you can do where if you send a vulture right to that corner and you lay a mine down, that the mine will actually push the vulture in to that base. But with the forge there, they can't do it. Ooh, zealot bombs on the tanks. Of course, zealot bombs are really cheap and really effective at taking out tanks. The tanks will fire on those zealots, and due to the splash damage, they'll do a ton of splash damage to themselves. Just seeing a slideshow now. Alright, I'm gonna pause this video and see what I can restart. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 for this, because yeah, this lag is... this really shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so until part 2, have fun, and I'll try to fix this.